This is not a problem I chose. This is a problem that is there and is affecting every aspect of American life. If we don't start now, it's going to be too late. All right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jake.
Do you have the votes?
Appreciate you. I believe we are going to get the votes. We're going to make this happen.
I believe we're going to get the votes to make this happen. You hear from the President of the United States. Alex Conant, Republican strategist, joining us now. We heard from Congresswoman Bachmann on a big Minnesota show today. And Alex, she called it a coin flip. Do you think that's right? Do you think that it's kind of a foregone conclusion at this point?
I think it's very much a coin flip. I personally don't believe it's going to pass simply because it is such bad politics. You have so many House members who are literally, if they cast a yes vote for this, they know that they're not going to be there next year. In my experience, normally when you put it that way to members of Congress, they vote no. But you know, obviously the White House is making an all-out push here.
But how many of those members that you're talking about, Alex, are going to be here irrespective of the vote? I mean, do you really believe that whether or not they return to Congress is completely reliant upon this one vote?
Here's what I know. If they vote no on this health care bill, they can legitimately go back to their districts and say, look, on the most important vote that the president had, I was independent, I voted against him. If they vote for it, then they're definitely toast. If they vote against it, they at least have an argument.
And what if though they voted yes in November? They're already on record as voting yes on the House bill in November.
Yep.
What does that make their decision? I mean, is there any reason for them to vote no? You think your party's not going to go after them?
I'm not in the business of giving Democrats political,
Oh, come on, that's where the fun is.
political advice, but they're obviously in a lot of trouble from the White House on down to these blue dog Democrats. And I think that the faster they can run away from the White House, the better off they're going to be. But that doesn't mean that they're going to win re-election.
We just got word that the House Majority Leader, Steny Hoyer, says that they'll have legislative language by the end of the day today. That starts at, we presume, a 72-hour clock. We'd be looking at a vote on Friday. We put the question to the Twitter followers because there's going to be Democrats who voted no last time who will have to vote yes this time for this to pass. And we asked people what kind of defense a Democrat would be able to offer. Would you obviously be accused of flip-flopping, but would you be able to say that you voted to save health care? I want to ask you about that, Alex, because it's going to be a critical question for Democrats to define. Is there anything they can hang their hat on? They talk about cost savings, or write the ad that's going to be up there in opposition to them if you voted no before and you're a yes now.
Well, not only did they flip-flop, but then they also voted for a bill that cut Medicare, raised taxes, raised health care spending, and at the end of the day doesn't do anything to fundamentally fix the healthcare system. We need more competition, more consumer choice, more empowerment at the local level. That's not what this bill does. This federalizes healthcare.
So is there no concern on the Republican Party's part, do you think, I'm now asking you to speak for your entire party, but strategically, is there no concern about what Democrats believe that if they have a passed bill, they're going to be able to sell the popular parts of it, it will actually be law, they're going to be able to explain it in a certain way? Because we do know that certain parts of the bill are popular. Is there no concern about that?
No, because you make those arguments ahead of the vote when the bill is actually being debated. If you're incapable of making that argument when the bill is being debated and people are considering it, why do you think you'll be able to make it after the fact when people have moved on and everyone wants to talk about jobs and the economy?
Do you have any concern? We talked to Karl Rove yesterday, and he said really his concern is if this gets defeated, then Democrats come back with small pieces, and those are going to be tough things for Republicans. Secretly,
but that's
deep
what
down,
Republicans want, though. I mean, Republicans all along have been arguing, why do we have to pass such a massive bill? Why can't we pass a couple of smaller bills that are actually bipartisan? Things like medical liability reform. Why can't we pass that?
Now you're talking policy. We like politics here.
Right.
Are Republicans better off with a bill or without a bill, politically?
With passing a big bill?
Yeah, with the bill in place or without.
I think Republicans are in a great situation either way. I think we're probably better off without them passing the bill, simply because then the White House has accomplished absolutely nothing in its first 18 months, other than passing the stimulus bill, which I think is even more unpopular than the health care bill.
Well, it's going to be an interesting 72 hours now, don't you think?
Without a doubt about that. Quickly, 10 seconds, prediction. Are Republicans poised to take over the House?
It's going to be very, very close.
Okay.
But
Not yet poised to take
not
over
there,
the House.
Not there yet.
Not there yet.
Alex Conant, appreciate you being here. Final four picks, quick.
Wisconsin and Minnesota.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Stay in the Midwest. We like it, we like it.
That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again tomorrow.
And we're at twitter.com/thenote. Keep the conversation going.